NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure. Against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Akers again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short in the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Akers. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. The last play got
got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Warner. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Warner to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down and 3.
56, Mike, 56.
To throw, Warner. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Warner. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Warner. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw. Warner. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harris. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Warner. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go any.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Lions, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
56 of Mike. 18
Back to throw. Warner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those deep. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Wilson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
15-yard line before it's all said and done. 62 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zach Wilson. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest. And they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Switch. Hawk 70.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Play action. It's Warner. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Warner. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Check, check. First down. First. Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 28-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. Anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle, it doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ready.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Akers spinning away. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it is 28-0.
Vikings 28, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Warner. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Mike's 59.
On 3rd and 2, Warner looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
35, Lions nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
At the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's got room. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. 160 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now here's a carry heading left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushes him aside at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Warner. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. And
he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Minnesota. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. And this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw. Warner. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check.
Operating from the gun. Warner. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Warner from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Target. Warriors 70. 48.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Too little, Captain. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Back in 60. Pretty quiet.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
60 Pittsburgh. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Vikings, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.